Good morning. Today it's Good Friday, a vital day in the whole of human history. Today so much happened in the spiritual world the moment Jesus died. Good Friday was a really busy day for Jesus with so many things happening prior to the crucifixion. There was the trial before Caiaphas, Peter's denial, Judas hanging himself, Peter before Pilate, the mocking of the soldiers when they thrust and twisted a crown of thorns on his head. There was the flogging, and then the road to Calvary. And we're going to listen to Matthew's account of this in chapter 27, verses 32 to 50.
As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross. They came to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. There they offered Jesus wine to drink, mixed with gall, but after tasting it, he refused to drink it. When they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots, and sitting down they kept watch over him there. Above his head they placed the written charge against him, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews." 2 rebels were crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left. Those who passed by hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, "You who are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. Come down from the cross if you are the Son of God." In the same way, the chief priests, the teachers of the law, and the elders mocked him. "He saved others," they said, "but he can't save himself. He's the King of Israel. Let him come down now from the cross, and we will believe in him. He trusts in God. Let God rescue him now if he wants him, for he said, 'I am the Son of God.'" In the same way, the rebels who were crucified with him also heaped insults on him. From noon until 3 in the afternoon, darkness came over all the land. About 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, "Eli, Eli, lema sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of those standing there heard this, they said, "He's calling Elijah." Immediately one of them ran and got a sponge. He filled it with wine vinegar, put it on a staff, and offered it to Jesus to drink. The rest said, "Now leave him alone. Let's see if Elijah comes to save him." And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, he gave up his spirit.
And so God's eternal rescue plan for the human race moves towards its climax. Peter, maybe 30 years after that first Good Friday, talking about our rescue and redemption, said this, "For you know it was not with perishable things such as silver and gold that you were redeemed from the empty way of life handed down to you from your forefathers, but with the precious blood of Christ, a lamb without blemish or defect. He was chosen before the creation of the world, but was revealed in these last times for your sake." So there we have it, the crucifixion set within its eternal context, with Jesus being chosen. Did you see that even before the foundation of the world? It speaks of a rescue from an empty life, devoid of God's presence, handed down through generations. It speaks of Christ's death as the fulfillment of the whole Old Testament sacrificial system. In Matthew and the other Gospels, we read of the different elements of Jesus' experience on the cross. And again, we find each has been foretold by the prophets many centuries before. Zechariah, as we've seen, the psalmist, Isaiah particularly saw ahead prophetically to Jesus' death and gave very specific details. Matthew, in this account, picked up 5 things foretold by the prophets: that he would be offered vinegar to drink, his hands and his feet would be pierced, he'd be mocked and insulted and ridiculed, and that was done by the crowds, the chief priests, the teachers, the elders, and even the other robbers. He would be crucified with criminals, and he would feel forsaken by God. And the other gospel accounts offer several other significant details, all foretold in the Old Testament by the prophets. Such attention to detail. This tells us that God is a master planner. He leaves nothing to chance. He thinks in precise, intricate detail. He is masterfully orchestrating his amazing rescue plan for us. In his death on the cross, God demonstrates his amazing love for us. As John wrote in chapter 15, verse 13, "Greater love has no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." And that love demands a response this Good Friday. Maybe in the words of that lovely old hymn, love so amazing, so divine, demands my soul, my life, my all. So as we come to this Good Friday, you may be joining us for our service this morning. If you're not, you can listen to these beautiful and melancholic, reflective old hymn, "O Sacred Head, Sore Wounded," reminded us that Jesus paid the price for our sinfulness at great cost to himself, and we are forgiven, we're set free. And maybe during the day, take some time somewhere just to get away for a few minutes on your own and spend a moment just reminding yourself that Jesus died for each one of us. He died for you personally. And today, somewhere en route, receive his love and his forgiveness afresh. The second song for tonight, for ending the day, rejoices once again that the death of Jesus was for each one of us personally. And let us be very thankful.
O sacred head, now wounded, with grief and shame weighed down, now scornfully surrounded, with thorns thy only crown. How pale thou art with anguish, with sore abuse and scorn. How does that visage languish, which once was bright as morn? What thou, my Lord, hast suffered, 'twas all for sinners' gain. Mine was the transgression, but thy